What will it take for a BVI basketball player to make it to the NBA level? Following a recently concluded Digicel NBA Youth Basketball Jumpstart Clinic here in BVI, Corey Solomon, Malachi Payne, Ajay Fret, Omar Walker, and Demoy Hodge were identified as the top 5 players from the BVI, chosen from a pool of 41 boys aged under 16 to join players from 6 other Caribbean countries at an elite camp in Trinidad and Tobago from September 26th to 28th. How does it feel to be selected?
It feels good.
What are you looking forward to?
Making it to the States, to go to the States and play against other people, AAU and stuff.
You think you can make it to the NBA one of these days?
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because I think I'm good and I'll get better every day.
It feels like a great achievement in my life.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm glad hard work has paid off. Every time you come on the court, it's a new challenge. So,
what do you think it will take for you and maybe some of your other friends to make it to the NBA?
A lot of dedication, a lot.
I'm looking forward to playing in Trinidad and competing the best that I can.
You think you can make it all the way to the NBA one of these days?
Yeah, I think I can. If I keep practicing, I can make it.
How does it feel to be selected and what are you looking forward to?
It feels pretty good and I'm thankful I get selected. I'm going to fight hard to get in there.
What do you think you got from this particular basketball clinic?
I got exposure on what the NBA is about and how that you have to work hard just to make it to the NBA.
The Digicel NBA Jumpstart Basketball Clinic was facilitated by NBA coach Troy Justice and legend Bob McKinnon. Troy Justice explained how the players were selected. What went into pinpointing these 5 youngsters?
Well, 2 things. We looked for their basketball ability, acumen, IQ, their skills. We took them through a variety of NBA tests. So that's one. The second one is the character quality. It's what we see in them beyond basketball. The leadership, the character, the discipline, the hard work, making other people around them better. So all those things go into it as well. Very pleased with our selection.
Now, we spoke earlier, they're not going to be NBA players just yet, but they're going to see the games. How do you think this will help them?
Yeah, so what's going to happen now, the 5 that were selected are going to get to go to Trinidad and compete against the top players from other countries throughout the Caribbean and have an opportunity then to potentially be selected to go to the USA. And I believe if they get that opportunity, they're going to see, their eyes will be opened up. They're going to get to see a lot of really great things and be exposed to a lot. But let me tell you what we're doing in Trinidad. They're going to meet an NBA legend. They're going to meet an NBA coach. They're going to learn from them, and they're going to get a great experience there as well.
The Virgin Islands has been long recognized as a basketball playing destination. Some local players have played in various professional leagues, but the BVI is yet to see a local player gain entry into the NBA. So can a BVI basketball player make it to the NBA? 6th District Representative Honorable Maduro Keynes, Opposition Leader Honorable Julian Fraser, and local coaches weighed in on this issue recently following the launch of the Digicel BVI NBA Youth Basketball Clinic at the Moorings Conference Room.
Over the past couple of years, I keep wondering what will it take for one of us to make it to the NBA from Tortola, actually out of the British Virgin Islands, because I go to the basketball games and I see them playing, and to me, they play just as good as any NBA star. So when they go to the different clinics in the States and they're not chosen, then I'm wondering, what is it? What more can we do to have them recognized by the coaches or the NBA scouts? So that they can get into the NBA.
I'm happy to know that my league has taken the step to accommodate the youngsters as well as the older ones, and I'm looking forward to seeing them excel in the game of basketball. Of course, a single clinic can't do it. It's going to require a lot of investment in the development of these children. And I will encourage the children and speak on behalf of the children in political forums so that the political directorate will understand that it's a necessity. When a company like Digicel reaches out to our community the way it has, going across the Atlantic and bringing NBA stars, NBA coaches to train all coaches and all children, it says a lot.
We are not that far behind, so most of the skills and training we went through yesterday, I would say a few of us will know most of it. But I was glad to come and get experience to actually be doing the drill and walking on for 2 hours. Usually we would put the kids through the drill and the training for 2 hours instead of we the coaches ourselves do it along with them for the 2 hours. So it was a great experience, and yes, we learned 1 or 2 new things, but I would say especially from my point of view, everything wasn't brand new.
That tells me that you're well placed based on your level of experience and the new tips that you're picking up to send BVI players straight to the NBA in the very near future.
Yeah, I would say that, but straight up, our kids in the BVI have a lot of work to do.
Like what? What do they need to do?
A lot of work, eat right, be in shape, focus, take the game serious. And it might be a little tough in the BVI because after the kids finish school, more or less it's home or they're going to play going by themselves, no coaches. So they will be doing something that they think might be right. When they come under a coach now, it's wrong, you have to retrain them all again. So it's a real uphill battle in the BVI.
Paul, from a sports department level, it tells me that there needs to be a structured basketball sport development program in the territory. I know you have a sports policy. Speak to that.
Yeah, well, the sports policy is something which is relatively new and we are still developing that. But as Maurice correctly said, the challenge is sustainability. And that's what we need, as Maurice said, what they were learning over the weekend wasn't anything new, but it was sustained, and it's something which kind of explains to the youngsters that it's not something that you're just doing just for 1 day or 1 week, but something you have to do over a long period of time. Those who succeed are not the ones that do it once, but the ones who continuously do it over and over and over again. And when you're in a smaller territory with less competition, you tend to sometimes be a little laid back in how you do things, and we have to understand that the effort that a youngster in the United States puts in, the youngster here has to put in that same amount of effort, whether there are 100 other kids around him or not.
In America, they start working with young basketball players from age 6. So in order for us to get to the next level, we're going to have to start doing stuff like this for even a younger age and start grooming basketball players from a younger age so that when they get to this age, they will be a little bit more advanced. Right now, as far as all 10 to 14 years old, we are a little behind the curve. If you were to bring a 10 to 14 or 14 to 16-year-old here in the BVI, they will be a little bit more advanced than all 14 to 16 right now.
Similar basketball clinics would be held in Antigua, Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Digicel and the NBA signed a multi-year agreement in March this year to promote the sport of basketball and deliver live games through Digicel SportsMax in 30 Caribbean countries. The partnership also allows Digicel customers to get in on the action through a number of promotions that will be launched across the Caribbean.